Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode on the WorldCraft server. My name is 4 and I hope you have a good time today. Well, we're starting with the trade. We're selling one of our enchanted books for some in-game currency. So it looks like we're waiting for Achi to teleport from Nether. So we're gonna give them our enchanted book. And then they gave us a check. Thank you very much. And so we're going back to base and we're starting our first task for today. A few more sales later, now it's time to go on to our first task for today, which is to expand our tree area to include some dark oak saplings. And so we're gonna go to our tree area and add some more infrastructure there. Well, not really infrastructure, but add another flat area with some dirt in between for our dark oak. So there we have it. We have expanded our wood area to include 2 more dark oaks and 2 birch trees. I decided to put some slabs over top here of the birch, just so if we ever grow oak on these 2 plots, then we aren't gonna have to worry about the giant oak trees that are really hard to harvest. So I may expand these plots further to include more wood types, but for now, we're done with this area. Now it is time for us to move on to the main task for today's episode, and that is to build ourselves a wool farm. I was thinking of building it somewhere near our iron farm so that we can have both loaded. I'm thinking of building it somewhere over here so that I can have the AFK spot over here as well. And just keep this open. AFK here and be able to load the farm over in that direction. But there is an issue in that I need to redesign the farm. First, the server rules state that there needs to be an off switch to my farm, so I need to be able to turn off all of my sheep farming. So I might not be able to have a universal off switch, but it would be good to have an off switch nonetheless. And second, I need to make sure I have enough materials to build this farm. And finally, I need to design this farm in terms of its layout because I need to update it for this server. I need to make myself a large enough wool farm that I am able to make all of my wool needs, but also large enough that I am able to earn from it. That said, I don't want it to be too large that it will lag the server. And I also don't want it to be too large that I just run away with the economy. So yeah, I'm gonna spend some time to figure out the design. And then we'll be right back once I've figured out what the layout will be for this particular wool farm. I've decided to make this a 40 sheep wool farm, so I need 40 observers at least. And I realize it's gonna take a lot of cobblestone, a lot of redstone. I do have quartz, but it's gonna take a lot more of the other materials. So yeah, besides having to lay out the thing, I'm thinking anyway of having a module be a cross shape of glass, and then putting 2 modules next to each other, basically as close as they can be to each other. So this will be 4 modules and this will be filled. This is going to be the basic layout, and we're just going to expand it this way. And this would just be whatever block, possibly glass as well. And this would be 10 modules each, and there will be 2 sets of these, so there will be another one somewhere around here perhaps. Something like that would be the layout for this particular farm. And then we're gonna leave some space on all sides such that we are able to move still between these chests, because the chests will be quite near each other. And this will be the basic layout, but for now, let's go craft those observers. Well, I forgot that dispensers are much harder to make than observers. You know, they're much more tedious, especially with the bows taking up so much space. But we'll get through it. It's fine. Okay, 7 out of 40 done. Let's take the other bow from here, and let's continue. So this will be the footprint for our wolf farm. It's just 25 by 25 square. This should be a big enough size for my purposes here. I will have here the 7 wide modules here, plus 3 on the sides there, and then 3 again on the middle here. So this should be just large enough for us to have all our modules while still keeping the space wide, or at least while there's still it being space for us to walk around it. So we're now gonna start laying out where the chests will be, and then we'll figure out the upper floor where the sheep will be. Alright, let's go. So this is the full chest layout for this particular floor of the wolf farm. So we now have a total of 40 double chests, ready to take in all of our items. But now it's time to put in the rest of the collection system, which will include some hoppers, some rails, and some hopper minecarts. That's a lot of iron. It's a good thing we have an iron farm. Alright, let's go build that. Good thing we have a lot of iron. Alright, 20% of our collection system is now done. We now have our 3 hoppers on top of each other, followed by a rail, followed by a hopper minecart. So this hopper minecart is what will suck the items from the grass block up top, or from dirt block up top, whichever one it is, then brings them back down into the chest over here. Now the reason the hoppers are 3 high is so that I can replace this middle hopper with a double chest later on. Then the hopper will be going here, and then we'll have a double chest instead here in the middle part. So this is a bit of future proofing, but for now, we don't need that much of a capacity just yet, since we've only just started making this wolf farm. So that's for future 13 to make. Alright, let's continue working on this collection system. So hopefully we'll be able to finish this within the day. Alright, we have our whole not production but collection system done, which is our 3 hoppers, rail, and hopper minecarts in all 40 chests. So that's a total of 120 hoppers, 40 hopper minecarts, and 40 rails. So I've also made the frame for our second or upper floor, our wood production floor, and I've added a ladder over there in order to get up to that floor. I made the square such that it's right outside our iron farm. Hopefully no iron golems will spawn on this floor. But yeah, I'll now add the dirt and grass in order to build our production floor. So it will be right above each hopper minecart so that any wool that is produced will fall into those hopper minecarts into the corresponding chests. Alright, let's go add some dirt. There we go, our grass and dirt is in. So I put this border of dark oak planks out here because I didn't have much dirt. I also put this cobblestone walkway in the center for the same reason. So it's only grass and dirt here where I actually need grass and dirt. So I put some seed there, seed grass blocks there to start spreading the grass. And now, it's time for me to start laying out the glass and laying out the observers for this particular build. Let's go. Meanwhile, the server just gave away one epic crate key to everyone, and now everyone's just hanging around spawn trying to spin their epic crates. So I have one myself, and I'm waiting for my turn to get one. this a line? I have no idea, but might as well just hang around here, wait for everyone else. Are we done? Can I go? Can I go? Okay, let's go. What am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? Oh, it's taking a long time. It's taking a long time to slow down. I got a hoe. Efficiency bending, silk touch, unbreaking 3. Great. I could actually use this since I farm a lot. Alright, we got our 1 spin in the epic crate, and now we can go back home. Oh wow, we got some rare crate keys as well. So we're now gonna hang around the rare crate now and wait for our turn to go there. Should we form a line? Oh, we're just going. Okay, I guess. Okay, iron, gold ingots, hooray! Let's do it. Let's do it again. Another rare crate key, amazing. Some iron, which is always great, and lastly, some more iron. Alright, okay, so that should be everything now, unless we're suddenly given some more keys, but I doubt it. So, okay, let's actually go back home. First layer of glass blocks is done, so now we'll be replacing some of these glass blocks with dispensers, and also we'll be placing the observers for this, so that we can start the redstone part of this farm. So we'll be placing some redstone dust over here, then an observer underneath this glass block, and then this glass block will be replaced by a dispenser so that we could have our shears. So after that, we'll also be placing down all the shears for all 40 modules, which will take a lot of iron once again, but thankfully our iron farm has been running for quite a while, so we should be fine in terms of iron. Alright, let's go. So, on this lower floor, we can now see all the observers are in, also all the levers are turned off. The dispensers are now in as well. And now on the upper floor, we can see that the upper layer of glass is now in, as well as all the dispensers and the redstone. So now, it is time for us to fill in all the shears inside these dispensers. So I got a bunch of iron from my iron farm. Now let's start filling in these dispensers. So that's 9, and then we just continue this for all 40. So now I've put this basic stairway up to the upper level, and also this slab walkway in the middle here. Now all that's left is for us to put in the sheep in each module, so 1 sheep for each module. Now how are we gonna do that? We don't have sheep anywhere in our base. We could of course just go out into the peninsula in order to get ourselves some sheep, but I decided to use the sheep spawner we got earlier on in the season. So we have a sheep spawner and we also have a lead. So we're gonna make a platform. It's around 20 blocks away. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then 10 more. 18, 19, 20, around 20 blocks away. And then we're gonna make this around the 5x5. So 2 more here, 2 more there, 2 more there. Oh, these are logs, not even plants. Just realized. Well, that explains the directionality. Then we're gonna put a sheep spawner here in the middle. Then we're gonna lead them all the way to each module. So let's try. And see whether we can get the sheep to spawn over here. I wonder if it needs a grass block. Yeah, we're gonna go get some grass blocks and see whether the sheep spawn there. I'll be back. Okay, now we're back with some grass blocks. Let's try to place them next to the spawner, see whether we spawn some sheep. There you go. We are now spawning some sheep. And then we shall now lead them towards our sheep enclosures. Don't fall please, don't fall please, don't fall please. Now the reason I place a spawner so far away is so that we are only spawning sheep one at a time. I don't want for the sheep to just spawn in a lot at a time and just start stacking, because we do have a stacking mod on the server. So yeah, we're only gonna have one at a time, and then we're just gonna cover this with a trapdoor so that any further sheep will not fall inside. And so this sheep is now also starting to get wool for us. So we're gonna do this 39 more times, and we're gonna fill up this farm with all the sheep. There you go, we just have our first wool. Great. Now all 40 sheep are in their pens, are in their modules, and it is now time for us to break down our sheep spawner over here with our Silk Touch pickaxe, because this server has a plugin where we now have a monster spawner in our inventory. Okay, so we can now safely break this as well. And yeah, all that's left for us to do is to make sure that we don't lose our items and dye all our sheep, because we want to sell all colors of wool, and we also want to use all colors of wool for our map arts. So I'll go do that, and I'll be right back once I've dyed all the sheep. So I'm turning off all of the farms for now, just so we could wait for the sheep to regrow all of their wool, and then we'll go dye them. Okay, so dyeing these sheep is easy because we can just open the trapdoor, dye the sheep, and close the trapdoor. So that's relatively simple. And then we could just keep going for all the rest of the sheep. Alright, all of our sheep are dyed, and what a wonderful sight it is. We have our 4 black sheep here: white, light gray, gray and black, brown, red, orange, yellow, lime green, cyan, light blue, blue, purple, magenta, and pink. So that's the same on the other side, and it's basically sort of like a rainbow but not quite. But I now have all 40 sheep dyed with the correct color, and now all that's left to do for me is to clean up all of the other wool in these chests, and then turn on all the modules, and then we are set to have our wool farm producing all of our colors of wool. So I will be AFKing here from time to time, making sure that we are producing wool and selling them to earn some money. So that's $38 already right there. And yeah, we will have both our iron farm and our wool farm working whenever we are AFK here, so that we have a passive income for us, and so we could start buying all of the more expensive stuff as needed on the server. So yeah, that was quite a grind for this episode, and if you want to continue watching the grind, then feel free to subscribe, but for now, the grind continues.